on short-term plans, they are not actually designed to give you wellness treatments. That's not why they're there. They really are emergency-only plans. But on that note, I'll say that with all health insurance plans, the wellness component is sort of an oversold part of it. That's not to say that I'm not pro-wellness. I think everybody needs to go get a checkup. As I mentioned, I'm in my 40s. I gotta start going and getting a physical every couple of years or so. I do go do that. And whether I'm paying for it out of pocket or my health insurance is paying for it, I'm going because I want to make sure that any nasty bug that's floating around in my system gets picked up early. So, just like your auto insurance policy doesn't rotate your tires and change your oil, I feel like all of the drug card stuff and the visits for only $20 and all that stuff is the marketing ploy, honestly. You don't get that stuff for free. We all know that a visit to the doctor doesn't cost $20, it costs a couple hundred. And so if you're only paying $20 for it, that other $180 is being made up somewhere, probably in your monthly premiums or by the people who aren't going. There's no free lunch when it comes to insurance. So if you're on a real stripped down plan or one of the short-term plans and you don't get wellness and drugs out of it, I would say that the money that you're saving by being on a more stripped down plan is money you could just throw in a bucket, you know, and use when you need to go in and get a checkup somewhere. Now I don't know how Milwaukee is with stuff like this, but some real music-friendly communities like Austin and Memphis, New Orleans, Athens, not our town, but a lot of the big music towns in the country have musicians clinics where they have health days where they'll do checkups. Obviously, women have the Planned Parenthood option. Things like that can be used if you don't have a wellness component built into your plan. And I encourage you to use that. I mean, you give something to society as a musician, even though, you know, your parents probably didn't think so. And so if society is giving you, society doesn't give you a hell of a lot when you're a musician. So take what you can get. And if you have clinics in your area that are willing to see you for free, give you checkups, and give you health advice, I can't encourage you enough to take advantage of that. And if you're in a position where you need to buy your own health insurance, and you get the choice of buying a stripped down plan with a high deductible, or paying a lot more money per month for something that's sort of the white glove plan, generally I would send a musician in the direction of getting the more stripped down plan with a higher deductible, and this is why. I don't know how many people are sitting in the room, it doesn't look like a lot, but you, oh good, okay, that's encouraging. Hey, what's up? All right, how's it going, back row? All right, so let's just put it this way. I would imagine that everybody who's a working musician at some point has played a benefit concert. I can see about 5 of you now. Who all has played a benefit concert for somebody? Yeah, this is... Yeah, pretty much everybody. I know I have. I did it free last year, you know? And oftentimes what we're doing is we're getting together and we're raising money. And even if we do well, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine got a brain tumor a few years ago, and the entire community came out for this guy. Superchunk played, Paulo played, my band played, a few other. We ended up raising 15 grand for this guy. But his medical bills were probably close to $700,000. And the question I had when it was all done was, did it matter? Or did the creditors just take that $15,000 and say, awesome, now you only owe us $685,000, man. And so I'm encouraging musicians to put some sort of catastrophic health insurance in place and maybe even sort of form a pact among each other, with each other, that if you put that catastrophic plan in place, I mean, you can consider it a stop loss, if you will, that if they would do something like that, then the benefit concert idea will work better. If my friend with the $700,000 bill for his brain tumor had some sort of health insurance in place, all of his treatments probably would have capped out at $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. And that, 15, 16 grand we raised would have covered 2 years of out-of-pocket expenses on his health insurance. You see what I mean? You turn the heavy lifting over to the health insurance company, and you ride a high deductible plan, which is cheaper for you on a monthly basis, and really just depend on the kindness of others, that if one of us, the great musicians community, if one of us were to go down, that the rest of us would pull in together and handle the smaller end of the loss, the $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, which is very attainable. It's the type of thing that I want people to start thinking about, because I think it's a good idea. I mean, we have something going for us that I don't think accountants have, I don't know if they're going to get together and have like a number crunch off to raise money for or if one of their people goes down. I mean, who doesn't want to go to a good rock show with like 6 or 7 awesome bands playing and everybody, and the good vibes that come out of it also. I mean, the way to let somebody know you love them. But if that money isn't going to actually eliminating some sort of, erasable debt, then I don't know exactly if we're helping them.